Mercury goes retrograde and suddenly your emails don't send. Your ex texts you. Your coffee machine explodes and you scream into the void, "It's Mercury retrograde." But what if it's not? What if Mercury's not the problem? What if the chaos isn't cosmic punishment, but something deeper, psychological, and under your control? Today we're dismantling the astrological scapegoat of Mercury retrograde. Why we love to blame it, why we probably shouldn't, and what's actually happening when things start to break down. This is going to sting a little. Let's talk about why it's not Mercury, it's you. Hi, I'm Paul, and this is Tarot Logic, an analytical approach to intuitive reading. Let's start with the astronomy. Mercury retrograde happens a few times a year when Mercury appears to move backward in the sky due to Earth's orbit overtaking it. It's an illusion. Mercury doesn't actually reverse, but symbolically, astrologers say it rules communication, tech, contracts, and travel. So when Mercury's in retrograde, we expect delays, misunderstandings, and glitches. But here's the twist. Those things happen all the time. We just don't notice them until we're looking for Mercury to be the culprit. There's a cognitive bias at play here, confirmation bias. When we expect chaos, we start spotting it everywhere. When your phone dies mid-call during Mercury retrograde, you gasp, "There it is." But when the same thing happens outside of Mercury retrograde, you shrug, "Ugh, I need a new phone." We're meaning-making machines. We want a reason for our discomfort. And Mercury retrograde gives us a myth that makes sense of the mess. It's not evil. It's just emotionally convenient. Here's where it gets tricky. When you blame Mercury, you give away your power. Suddenly, you're not responsible for missing deadlines, starting fights, or ignoring red flags. It's the planets. It's the energy. But here's the truth. Most Mercury retrograde chaos is just unresolved issues resurfacing. It's not Mercury. It's misalignment. It's not in the cosmos, but in you. Think of Mercury retrograde as a mirror, not a monster. It doesn't create new problems. It reveals the cracks that were already there. That tension with your partner, that's been brewing. That tech failure, you ignored the warning signs. That conversation you've been avoiding, now it's bubbling up. Retrograde doesn't cause chaos. It magnifies what you've been avoiding. I'm not saying don't honor the cycles. I love ritual, I track planetary movements. But when Mercury retrograde becomes an excuse to stop trying, to avoid responsibility, to delay action, you're no longer using astrology as a tool. You're using it as a crush. Don't pause your life every time a planet goes rogue. Learn to drive with the turbulence. That's what real magic is. Here's how to stop blaming Mercury and start using it. Back up your files, because you should anyway. Slow down your speech, because clarity matters all the time. Reflect on unresolved communication. Retrograde is great for closure. Don't cancel big decisions. Just be more conscious in making them. Retrograde isn't a red light, it's a yellow one. It tells you to slow down and wake up. I once had a live stream crash during Mercury retrograde. I laughed and blamed the planets. But you know what really happened? I hadn't updated my software. I ignored 3 error messages. I skipped a microphone test. Retrograde didn't sabotage me. Neglect did. It just happened to be a very convenient week to blame the stars. When you stop externalizing blame, you reclaim the real power of astrology, not as prophecy, not as superstition, but as pattern awareness. Mercury retrograde becomes a lens, not a prison. It's an invitation to become a better communicator, a more grounded thinker, a more accountable human. That's a more powerful way than blaming a ball of rock millions of miles away. Stop blaming Mercury. It's not the reason your life is messy. It's not the villain. It's a symbolic reminder that you still have agency, even when things feel chaotic. And if you learn to work with the pattern instead of fighting it, retrograde stops being scary and starts being sacred. If this helped shift your perspective, subscribe to Tarot Logic for deeper dives into the logic behind intuition. Drop a comment. What's the wildest thing that's ever happened to you during a Mercury retrograde? And looking back, was it really the planets or something else? Until next time, read with clarity, act with agency, and always read with logic.